Okay, so good morning, brothers and sisters. Thank you, Ninong Junvi, for the introduction. And hopefully, no, so sana nga, that's our hope, no, that at the end of the short presentation, mas maliwanagan nga sana tayo, no? Unless lalo tayong malito. So, si Junvi po ang may kasalanan pag nagkaganon. So, let me just share with you my screen. Okay. So, kakatakot yung title no? All about everything you need to know about the liturgical calendar. So medyo I toned it down a bit, no? So all about liturgical calendar. Okay. So as you may well know, brothers and sisters, we are in our year B, year 1. Okay? Year 1, year B, in the season of Lent. Okay? So there are actually 4 items no, in there. The year, 1 or cycle 1, and then year B, and then the season of Lent, and finally the color. So hindi lang po design yung color na yan. So there's a meaning to that color. So we will review each item starting with year B. Okay. So our liturgical calendar can be year A, B, or C. Okay? So this has an effect to our Sunday readings. Okay? Sunday readings. Now, for weekday readings and prayers, it would depend on whether we are on year 1 or cycle 1 or year 2 or cycle 2. Okay? So that will not be confused with year ABC and 1 and 2. Let's call 1 and 2 the cycle. Okay, so cycle 1, cycle 2. Okay. So actually, for weekday gospels, no, uh, the for weekday the gospels are the same whether we are on year on cycle 1 or cycle 2. Okay, it's only the first readings that are changed, no? So for the daily mass goers here, mapapansin niyo yon. Okay, so yan, but it's not the same for the year A, B, and C, no? So that's not the case for it, no? Wherein the readings are different, no? So for the gospels, no, for the gospels, year A takes from the gospel of Matthew. Year B, our year now, takes from the gospel of Mark, no? So yung mass kanina, di ba, yung gospel natin is from Mark. And then year C takes from Luke. Okay? So these are the synoptic gospels that we have, no? Now since we know that the gospel of Mark is just short, no, for practical reason, year B also takes the gospel of John. Okay? So idinagdag siya, no, sa year B. Specifically chapter 6, no, the bread of life discourse. Okay? So yan. So that's the overview of year ABC and cycles 1 and 2. So far, we have discussed two of the items. No? So year 1 and year B. So next item, our liturgical color. So for the benefit of our fashionistas here, baka gusto nyong yung color motif nyo for the day or for the season would coincide, no, with the liturgical color that we have. So these are some of the liturgical colors. So purple po yan, no? Medyo mukhang blue pero purple yan. For penance, preparation, and sacrifice. So that's used during Advent and Lent. No? So we are in the season of Lent, so purple. So kaya medyo naka-shade of purple din ako. No? So yan. Okay? Now, another color, red. No? It has a dual imagery of the blood and the burning passion of God's love. No? So that is used for Palm Sunday, yung mga gory, no, na season natin, no, Palm Sunday, Good Friday, and the Feast of Martyrs and Apostles, except for Saint John, no, kasi he's the only one from among the apostles who was not martyred, no, so namatay siya the natural death. Okay, so yun, no, so also the burning passion of God's love, no, so that's also the color for Pentecost, no, Pentecost and the celebration of the sacrament of confirmation. Okay, next color, green, for hope, life, and growth. No? So this is used during the liturgical season called the ordinary time. Okay, so ordinary time, ordinal or counted time. Sometimes it's also, sabi nila, galing din from ordo or order. no? So kaya ordinary time. Okay, next color, white or gold, no? So a color symbolizing rejoicing and purity of soul. This is used during the festivities, no? Yung mga festive mood natin, no? Liturgical seasons of Christmas and Easter. Okay, so white vestments are also used for feast of our Lord, except yung pertaining to his passion, kasi red yun, no? And the Blessed Virgin Mary. There's another special color, no, for the Marian feast, no, yung light blue or the sky blue. Okay, also for the feast of the angels and the saints who are not martyred. Okay? So yan. So makita natin yan. And then, there's also rose or pink. This for anticipation. This is used for on two occasions. No? The third Sunday of Advent, that's the Gaudete Sunday. And the fourth Sunday of Lent, that's the Laetare. Okay, Laetare Sunday. So dalawang beses siyang magamit itong rose or pink. We used to have a black color, no, pero hindi na siya ginagamit ngayon, no? Sa mga patay and all those things. Okay, so these liturgical colors, no, which are also the colors of the vestment, no, of the priest, no, obviously, no, hindi naman yan pa fashion statement lang ni Father, no. So it's a reminder, no, for us. It's a reminder for us. It awaken us the sense of the sacred time, no. It reminds us of the time. Kita natin na si Father nakaganong color. This is the season for this day, and something like that, no. So they are a visible way, no, to make present the sacred mysteries we celebrate. Okay, which brings us down to the last item in our picture kanina, no? Which brings me down to our last item, the season, no, that these colors represent. Okay, so let's go back to our liturgical calendar. Okay, so liturgical calendar starts with Advent. Okay, always falling between November 27 and December 3. So it's not fixed, no? So but it's between always November 27 and December 3. So that's always 4 Sundays before Christmas, no? So including the Gaudete Sunday, no? Advent is in preparation, obviously, for the birth of Jesus Christ. That's why Gaudete Sunday is pink, no, for joyful anticipation. So the season of Advent won't make much sense, no, without the Christmas season. Okay, so this is in preparation for something that is the Christmas season, celebrating the birth of our Lord Jesus Christ. Now, here in the Philippines, we have a special, we have a longer season, the Christmas season, because we have a special dispensation for the Simbang Gabi, no, from December 16 to 24. So that's unique to Philippines, and meron yata a couple of countries also doing that. But technically, Christmas season starts on December 25, no, and lasts up to the baptism of the Lord. It used to be 12 days after Christmas, no. That's why hence the 12 days of Christmas. Pero nabago yung custom na yon, no. So the Christmas season now ends until the baptism of the Lord. No? So this season also includes January 1, obviously, no, which is a solemnity. No? This is a solemnity. January 1 is a solemnity not because it's New Year, no, na magpapaputok tayo and all those things, but because it is the solemnity of the Blessed Virgin Mary, the Mother of God, no? Mother of God, Theotokos. Okay, so after that, so that's the Christmas time, the Christmas season. So after that, ordinary time follows. Okay? Ordinary time. Now, the curious thing about ordinary time is that it doesn't start with the first week in ordinary time. So pansinin niyo yan, no? Pag nag-ordinary time tayo, we would normally start on the third week in ordinary time. Tapos walang second week, walang first week in ordinary time. No? So that's because the feast of the baptism of the Lord takes precedence and is celebrated instead. So mas mataas siya ng ranking as compared to the Sunday liturgy in the ordinary time. So yun ang sinelebrate natin, no? And then another special case tayo lagi sa Philippines, no? So we have another special privilege for us to celebrate the feast of Santo Niño. Okay, so we have the feast of Santo Niño, which is on the Sunday after the baptism of the Lord. So yung iba, nawawalan lang in other countries, nawawalan lang sila ng first Sunday in ordinary time. Here in the Philippines, pati second Sunday, no, nawawala sa atin because of the Santo Niño. Hindi ko naman po sinisisi si Santo Niño, no? But I'm just saying. So that's why we start on the third Sunday on ordinary time. But technically, that season is already the ordinary time. Okay? So the length of this season is determined by Easter. Okay? So nag-fluctuate yung length of this ordinary time. So medyo maigsi itong ordinary time na to. So it's also determined by Easter, no, which normally falls between March 22 and April 25. So bakit yung season na yon, no? So that's the first Sunday after the first full moon after the spring equinox. Okay? So hindi po ito ano lang, no? Parang ano ba tawag diyan, Madam something, no? So si Madam Auring ba yun? So yon. So hindi yun, no? So this was actually decided at the Council of Nicaea, no, in 325. So hindi po ito arbitrary na o sige full moon na lang or something, no? So this has been decided at the Council of Nicaea as early as the year 325. Okay, so this ordinary season ends on a Tuesday before Ash Wednesday. That is the last day of the ordinary time. This is normally referred to as Fat Tuesday. No? So nung under pa po ako kay Ninong Junvi sa MG niya, ito yung favorite day namin, no? Fat Tuesday. Kasi talagang eat all you can. Okay? So bakit Fat Tuesday? That's because Ash Wednesday marks the beginning of Lent. And we know that Lent, tayo ngayon, season of penance, fasting, and abstinence. So even yung mga songs natin, no? Liturgical songs natin na bago, di ba? Napansin nyo kanina sa Mass, wala tayong Alleluia. Even yung mga songs natin, walang mga Alleluia, no? Mga ganyan. So medyo toned down tayo even in our worship. I'm not so sure if medyo pinupush pa ngayon yan. Dati nung lingkod, hina-highlight yan, no, na pag worship, medyo toned down tayo. I don't know about now. No? So yan. Okay. So, okay pa ba tayo, brothers and sisters? Parang nagmamadali yata ako, no? So yan. Excited lang, no? So excited lang ako. So, Lent actually is quadragesima, no? Quadragesima or Quaresma. Okay, so what does that mean? That's 40 days. Okay, so 40 days excluding Sundays. Kasi again, in the order of things, Sundays take precedence. Okay? So mas mataas ang celebration of Sunday as compared to the celebration of the Lenten season. Okay? So that excludes Sunday. So that's effectively about 6 weeks or 6 Sundays including the Passion Sunday. Okay? So the Paschal Triduum during the Holy Week, okay, is the culmination of this season. Okay? So the salvation history, no, dramatized in the Triduum is the high point. No? So that's the high point of our liturgical calendar. And on its zenith, no, of that is the Easter Sunday that also opens the Easter season. Okay, so Easter Sunday opens 50 days of the season. So this is even longer than Lent because Lent is in preparation for Easter. So that means Easter must be a higher celebration. So ito actually yung most festive, no, season in our calendar. Okay, dapat ito 'yon, no? Hindi kumbaga kung merong ranking, no, kung pelikula ito, kung merong billing, no, so that mas mataas yung Easter as compared to the Christmas, no. So ito sa kasi yung fulfillment of our salvation. Okay, so yan. Okay, so Pentecost Sunday yung dulo niya. Now, Ascension Thursday occurs 40 days after Easter Sunday, no? But it can also be celebrated on the following Sunday. Thus, we have the Ascension Sunday. Okay? Pero to be technical about it, that's 40 days, no, after the resurrection. Okay? So that's the Ascension. Now, of course, obviously, the festive color used during the Easter season are white and gold. Okay? So again, Easter is the most important season in our calendar. All right? Okay, we're almost done here, no? So, and then the longest liturgical season of ordinary time follows. So the last Sunday of the liturgical year is the celebration of the solemnity of our Lord Jesus Christ, no? King of the universe, or we call it the Christ the King Sunday. Okay? So yan. So, and then the cycle repeats. Right? So here's another way of looking at our liturgical calendar. No? So we can also see here the parang pattern, no? Parang meron siyang pattern, no, of appropriate preparations for the coming of our Lord. No? So we have the Advent in preparation for Christmas, and then we have the Lent in preparation for Easter. Okay? So it also includes the ordinary times, no, that allow us to grow, no? So kaya color green siya, signifying growth. Okay? So, it doesn't mean na magre-relax tayo or wala nang gagawin. No? So, hindi ganun yun. No? So, it's more on growth. We are given time to grow. And that's our salvation history. Even the salvation of Israel. Nandun yun. And we're not supposed to grumble. We're not supposed to rest during that time. Pero yung Israelites, di ba? Yung 40 years nila, in that year, nag-grumble sila, nagugutom na kami, ganito, wala kaming tubig, no? And all those things. So, grumble, grumble, grumble. So, dapat hindi tayo yon. Okay? So, this is the cycle that we have year after year. Okay? Year after year. That's actually a double-edged sword. No? On one hand, year after year, we are reminded of our salvation history. Okay? On the other hand, it's year after year that we are reminded again of our salvation history. No? So what's the difference? Our disposition. Okay? Our disposition. Brothers and sisters, um, the liturgical calendar is not just to mark the passage of time, okay? But to celebrate and understand, no, more fully the entire mystery of Jesus Christ. This is all about Jesus Christ, the Paschal redemptive mystery, the passion, death, resurrection, and ascension of Jesus. Year after year, we commemorate this. Year after year, we celebrate this. Year after year, we live this out. Liturgical calendar, no, doesn't fully coincide with our calendar year, but maybe that's a reminder, no, for us, no, maybe so that we can be reminded, no, that there is something greater. There's something greater here than just another year in our lives, no. Maybe it's also a reminder, no, or so that we can also be reminded that we need to live our lives hinged on God and in His calendar. Okay? So, brothers and sisters, this is how we want to live out our liturgical calendar. Actively journeying with God year after year. Okay, so maraming salamat, brothers and sisters. Good morning.